Life Beacon. We are back with Monday, June 29th. I can't believe it's already the end of June. I wanted to start off with a couple announcements for this week. If you haven't checked out the plan yet for moving indoors, if need be, because of weather or safety, do check your email or look for that post in Members so that you know what those procedures are. And as always, you can make the choice whether or not it feels good for you to come inside to work out. If not, no worries. We will get back outside as soon as weather would allow it. So just a good backup plan to have in place. The other thing we want to make sure that you know about is that July 1st is our rebrand day. So Tori and Coach Megan have made a ton of plain white tees that say Beacon, and we're going to celebrate by tie-dyeing. So show up to class a few minutes early or plan to stay after. We'll have the front parking lot available all day that we're open for you to tie-dye a new Beacon shirt. We are accepting donations for the shirts, and that donation is going to the Beacon Community Fund. So, some fun things happening. All right, to the workout. This week, we are going to kick off with a strength of a push press. So, something to keep in mind is that every time we push press, since we'll be outside, and even if we do have class inside because of weather, we won't be using the rigs the way we traditionally have, it means you gotta clean it. So, Mike's gonna go ahead and clean the bar up to his shoulder. And now for push press, he's gonna get a firm grip on the bar, elbows pointed just in front of his toes. He's gonna get a dip in his knees. Then he's gonna press up and lock it out overhead. Go ahead and give us a couple more reps. So the idea with the strength today, thanks Mike, is not to find our 5-rep max. We're gonna do 3 sets of 5 at a moderate weight to really focus on dialing back in our push press technique. So again, spending some time, quality time, reestablishing our mechanics as we slowly increase our intensity. From there, we've got a Metcon laces out. This is an 18-minute AMRAP. We want to be choosing movements and weights that allow us to get through at least 4-ish rounds of this work. So that means we want to be coming in at about 4.5 minutes or less per round. Our movements for this AMRAP, we're going to do 6 dips. Then we're gonna do 9 push press. Then we're gonna do 15 deadlifts and finish with 21 wall balls. For the dips, it's been a while. I don't think I've seen dips programmed the whole time we've been outside the box. So let's be smart about this. Let's not jump back up onto our set of rings and approach this like we would have in, February. Rather, let's be mindful of the movement being something we haven't done for a while. So if we're outside, we'll have the rings hanging from the rigs, or inside we'll have rings hanging from the rigs. But also, you can grab a box to do some dips on. So Mike's gonna put his hands on the box. He's gonna send his legs out. And we're looking to get our shoulders lower than our elbows, okay? So dip and back up. One way to modify this would be to bend your knees. Great, thanks Mike. Other options will include parallettes as well. So lots of dip options. You want something that you could do 6 of unbroken pretty easily. Push press, the weight for the push press is 135/95. Now, we're gonna learn something during the strength that will be helpful for choosing the weight that we use during the Metcon. We want it to be something that is lighter than whatever your set of 5 is here, because we want it to be something we could do sets of 9 at. Doesn't mean you have to do sets of 9, but that you could do sets of 9. For deadlift, Mike, would you get into your deadlift setup for us, please? Now the weight you choose for your barbell, you're gonna use for both movements. We're choosing that weight based on our push press, which makes this deadlift relatively light. Mike's got his knees stacked over his ankles. He's got this nice, straight, long spine, and he's gonna stand tall. Okay, at the top, his shoulders are stacked over his hips, stacked over his ankles, and then he's gonna tip at his hips to initiate the descent and then bend at the knees to return. Go ahead and give us a couple more reps. Notice there's no change in his shoulders. They're staying neutral. His arms are straps. We're always looking, thanks Mike, when we deadlift to make sure we feel our glutes and our hamstrings doing a good portion of the work. All right, wall balls. Whew. You know, there are a lot of things I missed being outside the box. I can't say wall balls are one of them.
I love wall balls.
No, I'll let you have them then. All right, so go ahead and hold the ball up in front of your face. The wall ball starts with a squat. It finishes with a throw. Don't actually throw it. We're in the lower dip. Couple more, squat and a throw. So the important things here are that Mike is hitting his full range of motion on his squat and using that momentum to throw the ball overhead. Now for those of you following along at home, we are going to sub out our push press and our deadlift for a dumbbell or an odd object. And then instead of wall balls, we're gonna do jumping squats. Can you give us a couple jumping air squats? Good, nice. Full extension at the hip is what we're after. Thanks, Mike. If you have two dumbbells of the same weight, you could do double dumbbell deadlifts or double dumbbell push presses. Okay. If you have one dumbbell, stick to singles and get in half on each side. Whew, here we go. Another week, we got this.